Hi everybody, Jeri Bellini here from Recycle Parts for Art. I am experimenting with my camera today, and so you're seeing where I usually take my photographs for my Etsy shop. This is my staging setup, you might say, for my things. I have two really big lights here, and one is still on and one is off, so I might appear to be a little shadowy. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know that we're going to be looking at ledgers today. 3 of them are blank and 2 of them have writing in them. And I actually filmed it with my phone, so I want to apologize. I've been experimenting with filming with my phone for a while now, and no matter what I do, I'm not happy. I'm actually talking to you now on my camera. I purchased a microphone to clip onto me to use the phone, and yeah, I felt like I was in a tunnel, so please forgive the upcoming video. I used that system to do the ledgers, and I'm not real happy with it, but I didn't want to redo it, so please forgive me. And bear with me while I work out the little kinks of filming in a new house. Alright, so let's get started and check out those books. Alright, I almost forgot to show you this ephemera pack. So there's 14, I used 14 different books. There's 15 pages of each book, and there's a total of 210 pages, and I just threw this little coin envelope in, and you can see really nice pictures of the pages in the Etsy shop, because I took a lot of pictures. So I'm going to bundle them up like this and stick them in an envelope, and please check that out. All right, thank you. Hi everyone, Jeri Bellini here from Recycle Parts for Art. Welcome to Learn at the Little House, and today's video is a shop update. And I had a request from someone for blank ledgers. So I'm going to start with those. I have 5 ledgers here in all that I'm going to show you. 3 of them are blank and 2 of them have some things in it. So this one, number 1, is 14 inches by 10 3/4 inches. And I'm going to keep the numbers that I'm telling you today in the video. I'm going to keep those in the listing. So this will be number 1, 14 inches by 10 3/4. It has 154 pages. It is approximately 1.5 inches thick. It is a deep burgundy color with some gold trim, and it's got a slightly rounded spine. The cover is in very nice shape, both the front and the back. So this is the dark burgundy, and this is kind of like a blackish color, and the edges of the pages are green, and that's the back. Let's go inside. And remember, I said these are empty, so I do not know what the date is, because generally they made these ledgers, I don't know. They have a date here of the company name, but that doesn't mean that the ledger is that old. So generally there's no age or date, I should say, inside the ledgers unless somebody wrote in them. So this company is Shaw's since 1831. It's totally not that old, I could tell you by looking at it. But it's in very nice condition, and it has numbers along the edge of the paper. And there are 154 pages in all. And you can see that it looks really nice. It's very clean. I flipped through it. I didn't see anything, any scribbles or anything inside there. And the paper is, well, you can see the lines. It's kind of a whitish paper with the lines, and then on the opposite page it's got a wider column. So it's that way on each page, the wider column on this side, and then, you know, this way you could write your information here, the person's name or whatever, and then this side is just all the columns to keep track of your money. All right, that's number 1. Number 2, excuse my reach, is a record. It says record on the side, and this has a rounded spine as well, but it also has a raised ridges on the spine, if you can see that. This is I would say a medium to light color burgundy, and it has gold trim, and down at the bottom it says 9-300 REG. I have no idea what that means. This is black. The leather corners are the same color burgundy with the gold trim, and the back of the book is in really nice shape as well. This one, however, is I forgot to tell you the size. So it's 14¼ tall by 8½ wide. This one's missing some pages. So when you open the book, you can see it's really nice and clean, but it is missing pages 1 through 94. So this is page 95. It starts with page 95 and it goes through until page 298, and the last page has been torn out as well. So there's 204 pages in here. The book is nice and clean. There are no ledger columns. It's just straight lines across the page, as you can see, and it's really nice and clean. Doing this is making my note blow away, so sorry about that. Do you see it's nice and clean? All right. Let's see. Did I tell you everything about this book? Rounded spine. It is 7/8 of an inch thick. So about 7/8 of an inch thick. The third one, number 3, is 14¼ inches long by 11 inches wide, and this one is about 3/4 of an inch thick, and the edge is green on this, and this one's missing some pages too. So the inside of it has an aged look on the canvas that's down here, and the paper is green. It's a very pale green. It's really quite lovely, and the first 8 pages are missing. So it starts with page number 9. It starts with that, and let me see, it's 3/4 of an inch thick. I think I said that already. And this one also has a rounded spine. It does have something written down there, but I really can't make it out. It's some kind of a number, and it is burgundy, dark burgundy leather with black, and this is a goldish color. All right, let's get back inside. So the ledger paper is really quite lovely, and this paper, of all 3 of these books that I just showed you, the paper is really quite sturdy and would, I'm sure, hold up to artwork. So it's the same thing where it's got the column, the wider column along the edge, and then the smaller columns down there. Okay. And there's the back. There's the back. And there's the back of the book. Okay. All right. This is number 4, and this is 12 3/4 tall by 8 inches wide. This one is quite thick. It is 2¼ inches thick, and this one, there was a date inside. It is from the 1940s. But before we go inside, let me tell you about the cover. It's canvas with beautiful dark burgundy corners, leather, and it says Ledger here on the side, and it is round. It's a rounded spine, and this is a raised. These are raised bands on the rounded spine. So let's see. Can you see that? How it's raised? It's really quite lovely, and the back of the book is really in beautiful condition as well. Okay. So now let's go inside, and you can see that it's old from looking inside. And the first thing I noticed was there are a few pieces of paper in here, and what I determined that this was probably part of a grocery store. Now it is pencil. Everything is written in pencil, and there is an index in the front, and there's not writing on every single page. So this was the first thing that gave me an idea of the age. It says 1948 on this envelope, but I thought, well, you know, the envelope could have gotten stuck in there. But I did mark the page over here. So there's all this writing, numbers, and then crossed off. And as I was looking through it, I realized there's names at the top of the pages, and there's no like it doesn't look like it's family names. Like the names are very random. So as I got towards the end of the book, I started to feel like it was a grocery store and people were going in and charging things. That's just my thought. And when they paid them, they scribbled them out. So right here it says 1944, December 7th, 1944. So that's why I thought it was from probably the 40s. You know, the mid to late 40s. And it has, let's go from the back. Let's flip from the back so you can see it. It has a lot of pencil writing. So there's another list in here. It looks like it says January. It's hard to read. I'm not going to try to. But I just wanted you to see some of the pages. The paper is really quite lovely. It's very thick. It would hold up very well to mixed media. So every once in a while there's something in there. This don't really see a date. It says just October 14th, and it's milk, bottle of milk, chocolate, that kind of thing. So that's why it feels like a store to me. You know, a store's ledger. There was another piece of paper there. Another list, popsicle, whatever. So maybe somebody had a grocery list. They brought it into the store. Let's just say they sent their kid in. Here, Mrs. So-and-so, give me all these things, and then they wrote them down. So you see some of the pages are empty, and some of them, I would say a good portion of them, there was a little envelope there. And when I find these things in here, I leave them in here. This one says 1945. Another grocery list. So there's, look at all these grocery lists. Imagine all these children going in and getting things for their parents. Yeah, this is a grocery store. It has to be. So there, I just want you to see the inside pages. They're quite lovely. Nice and sturdy. And you could easily do clear gesso on top of this to keep the letters in the background. Numbers, sorry. Or you could just cover it up with white gesso. Or whatever. Oops, let's see. I just saw something that caught my eye. Oh, a roll of nickel wrappers. And let's see what this is. I did not see this earlier. This says January 18th, 1945. From the Pennsylvania Association for the Blind. So it's a letter talking about somebody who can't see. All right. And the back, quite lovely. This is a really nice one. I like it a lot. The last one, this one is quite amazing, I have to say. Look, these books, they get my table all dirty. This is number 5, and this is 7 3/4 wide by 9 3/4 tall. It's about an inch thick, but this one has this beautiful marbled edge on the paper all the way around. And before I even open it, I'm going to tell you that this one is quite old. It goes back to 1895 and has some references of 1897 and 1901. It's really lovely, and surprising that it's in as good shape as it is for the age. The cover is very loose. Part of the spine is missing, but it's canvas, and it's got a burgundy leather corners, and you can see that the spine is missing in parts and coming apart here. But the cover is, you know, it's pretty sturdy, and it looks really nice in the back. If it were me, if I was going to keep this, I would just totally remove the front and back spine and put a new spine in it. But the pages are really lovely too. All right, so I put this paper in here. I wanted to show you that it says 1896 here, and this is I thought this was kind of interesting. Received from whoever the person is, $9 for rent, up to date. So this must have been keeping track of people paying rent. $9 for rent, $9 for rent. So it must have been a landlord. And also, there's a couple of pages. There's not a lot of written pages in this one, but there's a couple. This one is from the account of the estate of Dr. I don't see the name, something Joseph, and 1901, and some rent, it looks like. It's interesting. All right, so let me skip to the next spot where I have it. This also says account of the estate of, and after that, so there's just a few pages here that have writing in them. Okay, there's a couple pages here that have writing, and after that, that's it. The rest of the book is, let's go back here. The rest of the book is empty. It's got 254 pages. Well, there's a few pages missing because that says 257. So there's 2 pages missing there. 55 and 56, and that marbled on the edge is just beautiful. So let me flip through it, and you can see that it is empty. The paper is not brittle. It's really nice paper. It has a really nice feeling to it. It's a really nice cotton paper, and you can see it's got columns and stuff in it. And that's it. This one is precious. All right, here I am back again. I just wanted to thank you for watching, and I hope everyone has a blessed day full of love and recycled art. And I will be having another shop update for you very soon. I have some cookbooks, which are right behind me, that I'll be showing you very soon. All right, thank you. Bye.